Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another video. Now, of course, if you saw my Discord server, I did a little poll, and I asked which event you want to see next, and you voted for the robot event, and this is the robot event. So, of course, last week my Mo event was a little late, so I thought I'd bring this one a little early, just to counteract that. So, this is the Robot Rumble event. Now, this is based entirely on the one episode, pretty much. Now, well, yeah, but it's entirely based on that episode. But it's kind of funny because I've actually done another mini event based on that episode, and that was the kind of B story, if you will, to that episode, which was like Lisa losing all of her cats one by one, and then having to have like having Snowball 5 is like the final one. So I've actually done this episode before as a mini event. This is the second mini event I've had it, and that is for the A plot of the story, which is of course the Robot Rumble stuff with Homer and Bart, and I think this one has potential for a really good mini event. So let's jump into it. So to start, Kent Brockman announces that the Robot Rumble is upcoming and they are looking for entries. Bart begs Homer if they can enter again like last time, but Homer is not so enthusiastic. Make Bart apply for the Robot Rumble, make Homer apply for Robot Rumble, and this will not the event. The currency for the event will be remote controls, obviously to control the robots. Anyway, moving on. In the store, bam, boom, straight to the moon. Frank Murray and Little Frankie Jr. with Buzzkill for 170 donuts. Now, this is a building character combo. I'm not always too great on them, but I mean, it's better than just a character being added. So it's two characters. I was thinking at first they'll be like a 2-in-1, but I thought, nah, I'm going to separate them. So I separated both the characters. They are like one episode characters. They've appeared once, obviously, in that episode, so they're not big or anything, but I think they make sense for the premium. You know, you're getting an extra little cool robot, and you're also getting two kind of blink and you miss it, but I don't know. I think we can expunge on them and, you know, make them bigger characters in the game. Also in the store will be the Ralpho Cop for 20 donuts. I didn't really know how to throw this in. I just kind of threw this in. I kind of wanted to put it in the prize trap because the quest line kind of involves this, but I just couldn't fit it in. So it's in the it's in the store. So I don't know, 20 donuts, it's fair. And then also the Murder Puss, which is already in the game, will be reduced from 30 donuts to 15 donuts. So yeah. Moving on, so Ken opens the warm-up match with Reverend Lovejoy and Jessica Lovejoy versus Wiggum and Ralph. Wiggum and Lovejoy exchange some verbal pre-match abuse, so you make Wiggum enter the Robot Rumble, make Lovejoy enter the Robot Rumble, make Springfielders earn robot remote controls, and this will unlock the Robot Rumble Arena. So here it is here, as you can see. I know it's an interior. I kind of always blast interiors, but I don't know. I think it makes sense to get it, so I don't know. I think we've got so many before that I'm kind of like, yeah, it's not too bad if we get it. I don't know. I think it looks okay, so whatever. Moving on. Wiggum wins and is celebrating, and Burns tells Homer it is time to prepare to beat Wiggum. Make Homer become Chief Nakahoma, make Bart practice new moves, make Wiggum celebrate its victory, and make Springfielders earn remote controls, and this will unlock Chief Nakahoma as a costume for Homer. Now, I thought originally they could just add this as a decoration, but no. Why not a costume? The others make sense as decorations. I kind of wanted them as NPCs, but to be fair, it'd be too hard to add them all as NPCs. Plus, obviously, the Murder Puss is already in the game, and that's not an NPC. So, being consistent, we'd have to make them all decorations. But with the Homer one, the Chief Nakahoma, why not have Homer, this be a costume for Homer? I mean, he's inside the actual thing when he's doing these battles, so I think that makes sense, and I actually think that would be a really, really cool costume, actually, just to see Homer just, you know, running around like that. Yeah, why not? Anyway, Homer and Wiggum exchange some verbal pre-match abuse. This is basically just me saying I don't know what to say. But Homer makes an excuse that he left his ham in the oven and he appears to slip out. Wiggum is happy as he'll easily beat a dumb kid like Bart. Make Wiggum enter Robot Rumble. Make Homer fight Ralpho Cop. Make Bart pretend to control Chief Nakahoma, and make Springfielders earn remote controls, and this will unlock the Robot Rumble Studio. So, technically, I'm not sure, right, because the wikis list this as like, oh, it's inside Channel 6, but the Channel 6 we have in the game, right, it's like just one building. It's not like a collection of studios. So I figured it'd be fine if we just added this as a separate building. They could just add the studio with the big robot rumble on the side, or they could add like the little barrier there as well, and the wall maybe. I don't know. I think it makes sense. It'd be a cool little building, so yeah. Homer wins easily and he taunts Wiggum, but Wiggum thinks something fishy is going on. Bart prepares Homer for the final battle with Professor Frink and his son. Make Homer fight Killer Hamid Kill Hamid Ai. Make Wiggum investigate Homer, make Springfielders earn remote controls, and this will unlock Killer Hamid AI. AI. Is it meant to be AI? AI. I think it's AI. Yeah. Okay. So you get this big, huge decoration, massive kind of big robot. Very cool. Very epic. Homer barely wins, and him and Bart celebrate, but Wiggum comes in saying he knows how they beat him, and he will report this to the Robot Rumble Board of Directors. Homer tells him they could just split the prize instead, so you make Homer split the winnings, make Wiggum take his bribe, make Frink comfort his son if you own Frink, and make Springfielders earn remote controls, and this will unlock Professor Frink's son as a full playable character at the end. This basically started me wanting to add Professor Frink's son because this is like weird like debate, and I looked into it, but people say that the son is now technically non-canon because they've dropped it. But when I was like going through like Simpsons episodes, like Professor Frink has this weird thing with like Miss Wyoming, I think it is. Yeah, and his son's only been seen once in this episode and like maybe once in another. It's like maybe he's not seen, maybe he is. But yeah, so it's really weird. I don't know why, but he's never appeared before. This is like the only episode where he has a proper appearance. So I figured, why not add him to the game? Who cares? Be cool to get him. So yeah. Bam! Let's have some tasks. Oh, the epilogue will... I forgot to write an epilogue. Oh well. The epilogue will be... let me think on the spot. Yeah. Homer and Wiggum celebrate. I don't know. Anyway, for Frank, we have sabotage the arena for 60 minutes. This will be an animation. This will be him inside the arena, tiddling with some wires or something. Reapply for Robot Wars for 4 hours. This will be the studio. Try find a job for 6 hours. That will be at the job center. Come up with new upgrades for Buzzkill for 8 hours. That will be at the studio. Fix Buzzkill for 12 hours. This will be him on Buzzkill, just fixing it up. And get sued for sabotage for 24 hours. This will be at the courtroom. And then for Frankie Jr., we have test out new upgrades for 60 minutes. This will be an animation, him with Buzzkill, kind of controlling Buzzkill, and maybe jitters some more or something. Maybe it's got like flames or something. Fight other robots for 4 hours. This will be in the studio. Go to school for 6 hours. Obviously, that will be the school. Team up with Frink's son for 8 hours. That will be him and Frink's son in the studio. Break the controller in frustration for 12 hours. That'll be him breaking the controller in frustration, stamping on it maybe. And get mad about losing for 24 hours. That could probably be the studio as well. Then for Chief Nakahoma, we have get beaten by Kill Hamid AI for 60 minutes. So this will be an animation of like he'll be obviously killed. So the costume will go to wherever Killer Hamid is. And then Killer Hamid will be like smacking him, burning him, that kind of stuff. Maybe like Homer's ass kind of like comes out of the back. Patch up wounds for 4 hours. That will be at the Simpsons house. Repair the robot for 8 hours. That will be the Simpsons house. Take control of the ring for 12 hours. This will be him just destroying loads of kind of like NPC robots in the ring, and then like doing like a victory kind of cheer, and then it redoes. It repeats. And then reapply for the competition for 24 hours. That'll be at the studio. And then for Professor Frink's son, we have Control Killer Hamid AI for 60 minutes as an animation. This little control pad will kind of spawn, and then he'll be right next to Killer Hamid AI, and he'll be doing like just kind of flicking the controls, and then Killer Hamid will be moving. I think it would be cool if there's a way to like combine these two tasks, so you can do the get beaten up by and then the control by. If you could do them like simultaneously, that would be awesome. If not, obviously one would have to not be done when you're doing the other. But I don't know, if there's a way to like do both of them, that would be really cool. Help out father For 4 hours, I'll be at the laboratory, if you have it. Search for Mother for 8 hours. This will be the town hall, I guess, or somewhere at random. I don't know, I think that would be kind of cool, just for his quest line. Repair Killer Hamid AIE for 12 hours. This will be him. Look, little screwdriver, maybe a calculator, something, you know, acting smart. The Killer Hamid is kind of, and he's like repairing Killer Hamid, basically. That one will have to, not, obviously, this task. You can't do this task when you're doing this one. And then research upgrades for 24 hours. That will be at the studio or Frank's lab or wherever, really. So, yeah, that is my little robot event. I hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of small, kind of minuscule, nothing too much there. I didn't really know what to do with the quest line too much, so I just kind of like was like, oh, it's a rematch, and then I kind of threw in that whole bribe thing. Yeah, but that's the story I've got. That's the stuff that I think they should add. I think there's a good event out of here. I mean, it's not amazing, but I certainly wouldn't hate it. Obviously, you're getting quite a lot of stuff, though, so I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts. And yeah, I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.